So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. My name's Peter Drury, and here's my co-commentator for the game, it's Jim Beglin.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Drury, and hello to everyone.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. So it's down to business here. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, it's hard not to be impressed by the progress made by this guy, Eberechi Eze, who I see these days as an unconventional winger, best deployed behind a central striker, as he does like to operate in the middle, ultimately. Certainly has the strength and an eye for a pass.
Yeah, I'd have picked him too. No doubt the fans feel much the same way. And it's Eze. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Zubimendi. Trossard concedes a free kick for that. Oh, it's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. Rice. Havertz. Saliba deals with that comfortably. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Knocks it into space. And the shot! And he's done it!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Arsenal are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
So just a one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Very nicely done. Good spot, that.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Now it's Trossard. And he's gone backward here. Havertz.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Well, that's well spotted. Arsenal trying to orchestrate a breakaway here by the looks of it.
Well, I would say that this is probably the easiest way to play the game, because you try and absorb in numbers defensively, and then you look...
He's gone for goal! That is a super hit, but it was always just off target.
Well, he does strike a very pure ball, doesn't he? It's great technique.
Has a look and plays it forward. Great vision. Calafiori getting this one clear. And they're quick to get it back. It's run loose here. Havertz. And it's Rice. Oh, super find. Gabriel Jesus. Eze.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Eze. Played with finesse. Merino.
This is the time you need that pace.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? Havertz. Rice. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Merino. He's through here. He is through here. Backward it... Merino! Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome.
Well, there wasn't too much wrong with his effort. He needs to get on the ball again and give it another crack. I would.
Timber. That pass isn't the best. Timber is offering some sort of an apology there.
Encourage the pass with an intelligent run, but...
Shot, surely! And that would have been some goal.
that was really positive from him. He was far too good for those defenders and nearly scored a cracker.
And it's Rice. Great ball if he can get there.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Good read, needed to be. Now that's well seen too. Eze. Timber. We've got 5 minutes till half-time. And here's Jesus. Nice sequence of passes, this. Engages and forces him off the ball. Arsenal are looking to break at pace. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. And it's Eze. Zubimendi. Zubimendi is fouled. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card.
Two added minutes has been
Quality
indicated.
ball. Now it's Trossard, pinches it off him. Hoisted upfield by the keeper. Zubimendi, pass somewhat off target. And there is the half-time whistle. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Haven't played that badly. Getting caught again on the counter-attack is unlikely. They're switched on to that and still very much in this game.
Arsenal, the happier of the teams, heading in for half-time, 1-0 up. And the action is back on the way. Arsenal carrying a one-goal lead. Looking tiny in possession here, and they can counter here. Zubimendi. And it's Rice. Eze. And here's Havertz. Zubimendi. Takes a shot! It is a fantastic goal! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! Two to the good, and they are purring, absolutely purring.
After 51 minutes.
Well, when it's pieced together as efficiently as that, it's a joy to watch.
Arsenal are now luxuriating in a two-goal lead.
We're looking at a very different game now. The command has been established.
And a chance! Oh, he has leathered that.
Yeah, it didn't come off, but you can praise the drive and the application. It was beautifully hit.
Searching pass he's played there. Can he latch on to this? Rice. That's a sharp pass.
Well, they've stamped some authority on things, but how much more authority can be generated?
Now there's a fine ball. Up he goes! Goal! He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
The goal scorer for Arsenal after 59 minutes.
Arsenal get themselves back into
71.
contention.
What a difference a half-time rocket from the manager can make. This is exactly the response he'd be looking for.
Brilliantly cut out. Eze, nicely aimed pass.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
And he's had it nicked away. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Great chance! And he has kept it out somehow.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Tries to pass it through. Havertz gets into a good position. Calafiori gets it away. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Trossard has it out wide and in space. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Havertz. Well, Jim, it is abundantly clear that the tone of this game has changed markedly within the last few moments.
Well, it has, because the deficit...
Can he finish? He's got a goal!
Yeah, to see it unfold as succinctly as that, it looks telepathic.
The goal scorer for Arsenal after 72 minutes is number 9, Gabriel Jesus. Substitution for Arsenal, number 10.
So, time for
Eze.
changes on both
Coming
sides,
on to
actually.
replace him is
Arsenal
number
will
8,
2 up and into a
Odegaard.
position of real strength.
Substitutions taking place.
That has the feeling of a breath of fresh air, Peter, and now they can fill their lungs and just blow them away. Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Into the last quarter of an hour. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Pass is coming off in quick succession here. He's played it back.
Really got in his face there, and it was well played.
Well, that's beautifully weighted. This looks promising. And the shot's on here. Whistle's gone, that's foul. And just to confirm that the referee did issue a yellow card for that earlier incident.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal then.
He'll fancy himself from here. Looking here to alter the... Schlosser! Oh, it's come loose. And it's Lewis Skelly. Havertz. Havertz. Timber. No unnecessary risks, and the game is petering out here. The final 5 minutes. He won't be happy with that one. Zubimendi. And it's Timber. That's really well manoeuvred. Gabriel Jesus. No, that's been intercepted. Timber. Threads one in.
3 minutes added
Oh,
time.
well played, well sorted out. Added time going up here, it's 3 minutes. Now it's Havertz. Oh, super fun. And he shoots! Now, who's going to be first to this? And time is up. Perhaps not quite utopia, not what was entirely desired, but most importantly, they have the result that was of paramount importance. Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Thanks for the intro, Peter. I've been soaking up the atmosphere, and I'm really looking forward to what lies in store.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. We have already started here. This looks promising. Now it's Havertz. And here's Marino. That is a brilliant interception. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
This guy, Declan Rice, is a player I really rate. With him, you get exactly what it says on the box. A workhorse defensive midfielder who likes to stay in the deeper part of midfield, knowing his primary job is to make sure he shuts down any build-up play in that area.
Yes, getting the best out of him. Bullish header! Great vision. And he's going to be disappointed with that. Oh, well played. Rice. Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
Well, he can't say now that he hasn't been warned.
Yeah, and he has to change his ways, or this referee could soon change his status. Yeah, it would seem a little too far out, and this will probably be a dink far post.
That has been knocked clear.
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Calafiori can get it clear. Gabriel has a shot! Oh, good effort, he got plenty on that.
That's a great effort. There was very little backlift to indicate what was coming.
Timber. Arsenal yet to have an attempt on goal. And it's Rice. Eze. Arsenal trying to orchestrate a breakaway here by the looks of it.
Well, I would say that this is probably the easiest way to play the game, because you try and absorb in numbers defensively, and then you look to hit it with a long ball quickly on the counter-attack to get your men in behind the opposition defence.
Just looking for that one telling pass. Oh, no joy this time. Calafiori. And back to the keeper they go. And the keeper's given it away. Goal! Arsenal!
The goal scorer for Arsenal after 27 minutes is number 29, Kai Havertz.
Arsenal have broken through. It's 1-0.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus, as the opposition will inevitably react.
That a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. Gabriel Jesus receives it in a good position here. Havertz! Smashing delivery, just didn't do enough with it.
That definitely had the element of surprise to it. Clearly came in when no one was expecting it, and it was drilled.
Looking for the run. Eze. And it's Zubimendi. Now it's Gabriel Jesus. He might be in here! And he's there to belt it away. Arsenal have got it back, and they'll have another go. Gabriel, that has not gone well. Mikel Merino did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Gabriel Jesus. That's a shade optimistic. And he's quick to get it clear again. Well timed, excellent interception. Oh, just skips past his man. He's had a shot! He's scored! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down, but they'll need to do that pretty quickly.
He's gone for goal! Now, who's going to be first? Oh, he's been caught on it here! I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Saliba cuts out the pass. Rice. Oh, nice touch.
Havertz really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
He's shifting through the gears here. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Raya claims comfortable. And that is as far as they're going to go. And it's Eze. And here's Jesus. Can he get on the end of this? A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. He's picked his way through. And that'll be the final action of the first half. How would you review the first half?
Well, I'm looking at the body language, Peter, and it doesn't look great. It's going to be pretty hard for them to pick themselves up from here, but there's still a maybe at play. Maybe they'll thrive on the adversity.
Substitution for Arsenal, number 9, Gabriel Jesus.
So off we go once more.
Coming on to replace him is
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with real devilment, go for that goal and see if they can unsettle them.
Now it's Havertz. Arsenal come out of the tunnel having undergone a change at half-time.
Well, I'm assuming that this is going to end up as a tactical change, Peter.
Dealt with nicely by the defence. Rice. And he's well positioned. Shapes to shoot! Oh, that was no routine save.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
They've played it short. Now there's a fine ball. That's an excellent interception. Arsenal have the chance to go the other way. Oh, super find. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Arsenal clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Backward it goes. It's a promising position. Serves up across. Cleared without hesitation.
Arsenal clearly are trying to mix things up here, keeping their opponents guessing.
Oh, Red, nice interception. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
And it's made its way to him.
Arsenal couldn't really be more watertight in midfield, not a trickle.
It's Trossard! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Arsenal do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
That is good alertness. Nicely spread. Madueke. Eze. Oh, perfectly measured that. And he's picked it up out wide. Zubimendi. Good read, needed to be.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Looking to play him in. Trossard. Eze. Now it's Eze. It's loose now and they want to get it back.
I think that's great defending. He just made sure he was in the right place to block it.
Oh, that's ambitious. Defending was strong and firm. Just about up to 75 minutes. Eze. Now Zubimendi. Now it's Havertz. Eze. Threads one in. And it's Rice. Zubimendi. And it's Eze. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Neatly clipped into space. And he's there to clear it. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. There's the shot! And how good was that? He's got himself an absolute peach. And that is stunning, just too hot to handle.
I think it was probably past the keeper before he even saw it. Incredible he got so much power with so little backlift.
Number 29, Kai Havertz. Substitution for Arsenal, number 10.
So,
Eze.
time for changes on
Number
both sides,
41,
actually.
Rice.
Arsenal
Number
get themselves
12,
back into contention.
Jumbo.
Well, I think they have every chance of levelling this now, Peter, but they've got to stay calm and not go completely gung-ho.
Number 23.
Great ball if he can get there. Oh, that's
Number
fabulous.
19,
Big chance!
Number 4.
Oh, he's really drilled it.
Number
Well, that
7,
would have asked some awkward questions of the keeper had it stayed on target.
White. Saka. The final 5 minutes. Zubimendi. And it's Marino.
Arsenal really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
That is lovely.
There will be one
That
minute
defending
at a
is
time.
unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, but it had to be. And that will be it. Arsenal can justifiably find this a hard one to swallow. They gave it their all, but ultimately they have fallen just short. Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing.
Arsenal.
I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Hello, Peter, and hello to everyone watching. For me, it's a real thrill to be here.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. We have already started here. That's good running with the ball. No, it's come to nothing. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Goes for a shot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
He's shifting through the gears here. Oh, the ball's run loose here. Referee has just said play on. Gabriel did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Gabriel getting this one clear. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, Peter, this guy Eze is always someone I've kept an eye on. A player who broke through as a left winger initially, but also has the intelligence, the vision required of a number 10, and he combines those roles very well, drifting in from the left, getting on the end of balls, and he takes it from there.
Yeah, he's fouled him there. Oh, that's a booking, always looked it. Havertz does really well to win the ball there. Gabriel Jesus. And he's worked it through. Oh, shooting chance! Goal! Arsenal! He does it all with an air of efficiency and simplicity.
Well, he always had the measure of the keeper there. Such confidence and composure.
Arsenal are in front now, the game's only goal.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options.
He's having a go! And the keeper's relieved to see that disappear wide.
Oh, he just got it ever so slightly wrong, Peter. There wasn't much in that at all.
Oh, easy pickings there. Eze, always onto this. This looks promising. And he's away. Gabriel Jesus! Oh, what a be quick to recover. Oh, he's been caught napping. And the shot! Denied by an instinctive save.
Havertz actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
And here's the chance to counter. And that's clear cut. It's a free kick. It's just beyond his reach. Arsenal are seeing a lot of the ball and have a 1-0 lead to show for it. He's away! That's good defending, very good defending. And it's Eze.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Tries to pass it through.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
That pass isn't the best. Half an hour played now. And smartly reclaimed. Rice. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Zubimendi gets a foot in here. Rice. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Eze, and he welcomes it in. No messing about, just bludgeoned away.
This is the time you need that pace.
Now it's Eze. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Havertz. And it's Rice. And they can counter here. Driving on and making good progress. And here's Trossard. Tries to play it through. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Calafiori. Can he get it through? No, that's been intercepted. And back to the keeper. Now it's Trossard.
There will be 1 minute.
Whistle's gone, that's foul. Merino. Rice. Aimed beyond the defence. Calafiori. Now this could be a chance. Looking for the run. Eze crosses it in. He gets big. He's scored! Arsenal are level. He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
Number 29, Kai Havertz.
And that is going to be the final action of the first half. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. So, all square at half-time, each side matching the other blow for blow at the break. Arsenal get the second half going.
Arsenal have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. OK, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
Gabriel Jesus. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Havertz. Good purposeful running this.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Havertz. Cleared without hesitation. Merino. And it's Eze. That is ended up in no man's land. Rice. Havertz. Now that looks a decent ball. He slings it in. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Eze. Zubimendi did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Oh, they can break here. And he's worked it through. And it's Merino. He's gone for goal! It's loose. In he goes again. That was superb goalkeeping.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure. All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
That's a simple one for the keeper. And now they can spring out of defence. That ball looks a good one. Arsenal have kept their powder dry on the substitution front so far. Could that be about to change?
Well, the manager must be thinking to himself whether he's got a game-changer on that bench, and he needs to act quickly.
Looking for options for movement. Oh, he has stuck it into his own net!
I've been there myself, and that's the last thing he wanted to happen. I really sympathise.
Substitution for Arsenal. Number 12.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches. Well, who saw that coming? It has certainly made things interesting.
Well, that's something you don't expect at a match like this, but I guess you have to take whatever way it comes, and very gratefully.
Good ball, good take. And he's got tall. And somehow he's managed to miss it.
Arsenal certainly look sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
Played in with purpose. He's on it, can he get away? Oh, sweet feet. And he's in on goal. Chance, surely! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Oh, what has happened here? Decent chance! He's got a goal! A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. Simplicity itself.
Some great movement here, and the pass was perfect. All he had to do was just apply the finishing touch.
Number 14.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
Well, I think it's just the reward for their application. They've played with great courage to try and kill this off, and for me, it looks like they've just about done it. It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Oh, well played, well sorted out. Rice. Arsenal looking to pass their way through. Madueke. And that's been intercepted. Now it's Gabriel Jesus. And he's managed to get rid. Gabriel Jesus was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Encourage the pass.
And a chance! Yes! Up by 3. They have their boot on the throats of their foes. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Arsenal grab a 3-goal lead. It's just too easy. Calafiori. And it's Rice. Now Saliba, played back into the centre. And it's Rice, played out wide, played back in.
There will be 3
Added time
minutes
going up here,
time.
it's 3 minutes. Raya. Calafiori. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. Raya. Saliba. And that's it. Arsenal can look back at this result with regret. A front foot start, but they were ultimately made to pay for their...